And I am going to hope that people can make their way from the last live stream to this one. Very frustrating, guys. Not sure what is going on. I have good Wi-Fi connection, so it's not anything going on my end. Still checking the Wi-Fi connection, and we're looking good. So I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. Very frustrating. Per usual, YouTube at its finest. Sorry, guys. Thank you all for tuning back in. Man, not sure what happened there. I hope that we don't get a dropped feed again. It looks like YouTube is just dropping the feed randomly. We were having technical difficulties in the beginning there, and hopefully this will be up as a part 2. But yeah, I was just talking to you guys, and then poof, it showed my home screen, and the live stream was dropped. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but I hope it doesn't happen again. Wow, frustrating. So you guys will see this as a part 2 on the Firearm Freedom channel. So instead of seeing just the part 1, hey, it's no problem, guys. To be honest with you, I think a lot of people were missing notifications on the first live stream. It seemed like we were having really weird technical difficulties on that first one. So hopefully this one is better. But, you know, this live stream is going to be talking about gun shop updates. You know, I'm not going to lie. I did title the last live stream Gun Shop Q&A. I don't know if now YouTube's, you know, treading real hard when it comes to the word gun in titles. I have no idea. So, you know, I don't know. I hope that's not the case, and I hope... I don't know. I hope we're going to be able to continue on as usual, but I guess we'll see. Thank you for the tiger stripe. We're rolling with the tiger stripe underneath, rocking a Firearm Freedom OD green shirt, and it works out pretty freaking good. This is an awesome, loving this Vietnam era tiger stripe fatigue shirt. It is solid. It's actually a newly produced fatigue shirt by Rothko, just a cheapo company, but honestly, it's holding up pretty freaking good. And I wanted to switch up the videos. You know what I mean? Switch up the clothing in the videos, I should say. Everybody else are like, hey man, check out my awesome new, like, perfect, like, cool guy t-shirt. I'm like, dude, Vietnam era tiger stripe. Like, let's throw that at him. Just no way. Is that a Vietnam era tiger stripe shirt? Yes, it is. Thank you for asking. Sam, wait till you see how bare the shop is tomorrow. This whole weekend, I'm like, dude, when I come in on Monday, everything's going to be gone. So I knew that was going to happen. Triggered the AI. I might have. I have no idea. Shadow banning at its finest. There's no commie listening. Certain words within specific time frame will auto shut down a stream. Really? Interesting. I had no idea that they will auto shut down a stream. No idea at all. Great. It's those bloody gremlins playing with the stream. Yeah, it probably is. Man, what a world we live in 2021, guys. Very frustrating. But, you know, all you can do is keep on keeping on, right? It's already happened to others. Wow. So I'm going to be more careful, I guess, in the things that I say, because as I'm hearing from you guys, streams can now just, poof, be auto shut down randomly. Wow, great. Yeah, shop updates, we will say. We talked about in part 1 of this live stream before the technical difficulties, everything being out of stock, and everything is very much out of stock. So if you are looking to do your first build or something like that, just be aware of the fact that going into a shop right now, it is incredibly difficult to find parts, find things. The only thing that is left in stock right now is magazines. Magazines are still in stock. So going to try to find you know, anything that you need is definitely a good time to go do that. I thought it was only shut down for displaying a firearm. Nothing surprises anymore. Sean, that's exactly what I thought too. You know, but obviously that is not the case any longer. So sorry, guys. I will try to I will try to not say things that are going to frustrate the narrative, but I guess we'll find out. Interesting times. As I said, guys, now is the time to head over to the Discord, check out the book review section, check out books you should buy, check out books you should read, because there's going to come a time where these books are not available any longer. So now is the time to pick up these books, try new books, find books, everything like that. Now is the time. Because technology is getting to a point that it's kind of scary, honestly, that there is just no option. There's no option to speak freely. There is no option to find information without somebody controlling what you see and shutting down what they don't agree with. And that is horrifying, quite frankly. So find a book, read it, understand history moving forward, because it's so frustrating to just try to come onto a platform to speak openly and freely about something like not even abrasive at all. We rarely even swear in these YouTube live streams and just get axed immediately. So yeah, ridiculous, but that's okay. As I said in the first live stream, you know, inventory is sparse. Don't call into shops. Don't ask things like, or not don't call into shops, sorry, but don't call into shops and ask things like, do you know anywhere that has any ammunition? Do you have anything X, Y, or Z in stock? No. Can I be put on a call list? No, you can't. No, you can't. So, crazy times. Andrew, good to see you, buddy. First time in the live stream platform, YouTube. Love it. I appreciate that. Yeah, that trace report thing that came out or in process of coming out is ridiculous. Yeah, it is insane. Have you experienced considering experimenting with Rumble? Tony, I'll be honest with you. At this point, I am not sold on any electronic social media platform. I am not sold on it at all. I think Parler is a prime example of electronic social media platforms right now. I think anything that we do, it will be shut down. Everybody's going to Telegram right now and thinking that Telegram is going to be some way of communicating that doesn't get shut down. I got news for you. I would almost guarantee you that that app will be shut down sooner rather than later for inciting violence or whatever else people say. Neil, thank you for joining the Discord, buddy. That is awesome. I'm so happy you joined it. I hope you'll like it. We need somebody to spice it up a bit from different countries. Right now, a lot of us are from Pennsylvania in that Discord, so yeah, it'll be interesting. But yeah, guys, I don't think that that this stuff is going to last as far as electronic things. You know, you see places like Apple saying, "Hey, we're not even going to allow you to download a specific app on our phone. So we're not going to get rid of the app, but we're going to prevent you from downloading it on your phone, or we're going to prevent you from downloading it on a PC computer or something else, and you're going to have to go through all these backdoor programs to actually download it onto your phone." I think a lot of that is going to be coming very, very soon. We see that happening right now, as I touched on in the first live stream, with Amazon saying, hey, we as Amazon are not going to carry X, Y, or Z product, or not going to host this app on our server because it doesn't agree with what we agree with, right? And I think that's going to happen a lot more across the board. So although Telegram is good right now, there's a good chance that it could not be good in the near future. So don't count on that. As I've said before, we need to find a way of free and open means of communication as a face-to-face communication. So create friends, guys. Get together, understand who's in your area and everything like that, because there will be a time where, and very soon, where electronically you are not going to have a means of communicating with other people. That's just what it is. That's the reality of what we live in today's world. Gab servers are safe. I do know that. They confirmed it. Hopefully, for sure. Has the Dream build been reliable? Do you plan on changing anything? The Dream build has been awesomely reliable. No problems at all in the very small amount of rounds that I have through it. I only have, I think we're getting close to 200 rounds through that gun right now. It is what it is. Ammo's tough to find, so that 200 rounds is a good amount more recently. But I have no issues at all with the Dream build. It is performing well. I'm really digging it. And no, I haven't really felt a huge need to change anything on it. I have it set up now with the Surefire Scout. And the Surefire Scout was not in there. The previous shooting footage that a lot of you guys saw, but it is in there now. So you guys will see that in the Dream build video. Really digging that. And yeah. Sorry guys, catching up on everybody's comments here. And talk like humans used to. Yes, we need to learn to communicate as human beings and not through a phone screen, which many of us communicate now. And we build these massive communities, and we think these communities are going to stay as they are. We think these communities are going to be able to thrive electronically and never be able to build face-to-face relationships with anybody, and that is not going to stay that way. It is just not. So you need to build face-to-face friendships and relationships with other individuals that are like-minded in your area. I've been saying that for quite a while now. Yeah, there are certain type of viewpoints that big tech accept and doesn't. Totally unjust. 100% agree. 100% agree. Yeah, it is definitely a problem when private companies are, the problem with private companies is that they have the right to remove stuff, which I get. I totally understand that private companies have the right, like YouTube has the right to remove things. I think it becomes an interesting question when a private company is so large and so massive that they start acting in a way of government and they start governing a group of people. And that's when I think the question starts getting interesting. Because are they even still a private company at that point? Are they not? You know, are they news? Are they not? There's a lot of things in question when a company gets that large that, quite frankly, I don't have the answers to. I do not have the answers to that. I think at this point, places like YouTube, prime example, YouTube, are abusing, you know, their power, are abusing their ability as this free and open platform that they say they have created. And it's unfortunate when other apps try to come about and capitalism tries to come about and say, hey, we want to create our own way. We want to create our free and open platform that is not YouTube, and they are not allowed to do that. That's when I think everybody needs to start questioning, you know, how much power these free and open communication platforms actually have. So I don't know. It's interesting times. Colt barrel stamp. I totally forgot, Sean. I am sorry. I will try to remind myself on that. Or Sean, if you follow me on Instagram or the Discord servers, remind me on one of those platforms because I will remember there. It's really easy for me to miss things on these live streams and not remember. When it becomes a dictatorship, then as far as I'm concerned, they are done. I won't use them. Yeah, that's the frustrating thing. And I think the more frustrating thing, even branching off of that, I know we're getting kind of, we're really going away of the original topic of today's live stream, but honestly, I don't care. You know, we really branch off on these live streams, and that's why they're in an open Q&A format, is just because you guys can ask me whatever it is that you want to ask me. But, you know, I think personally, the most troubling thing is when it comes to something like YouTube. One would say that YouTube could easily be labeled as a dictatorship of online free and open video hosting platforms, right? Like exactly how you're watching this live stream right now. If you want to say, done, don't want to use YouTube, I have so much respect for you. I totally understand that. What really sucks is that there's no other platform to go to right now. There is no other platform that is not just an echo chamber of whatever that platform currently is hosting, or is large enough that has any sort of actual real discourse other than like 10 or 15 views on a certain video. So it's very unfortunate that even if you want to take that, like, I'm out, go at things, which is honestly the route that many people should take. The unfortunate thing is that there is nowhere to be out to. other than just forgetting any and all means of electronic communication altogether, which again, I respect. But I think, that having any sense of community left is important. And I don't know that we have gotten to the point that we have means of communication that are not electronic like this, as I think we should have. It's kind of crazy to think how a big enough company can basically silence a democratically elected leader. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I really don't have all the answers. Tough times that we're in right now. Getting out and enjoying the sunlight. I agree, man. Yeah, I mean, we do need people to come out and make a free speech platform. I think we see, though, how that will end with Parler. I think Parler is a prime example of free speech platforms that finally, as we see, we saw a lot with other free speech platforms that have opened up that have been more gun-drived, right, that have been more Second Amendment-drived, and we have seen them fail easily. We've seen these, just tank because their servers can't handle it, right? We never saw a lot of opposition from the other side that doesn't want that word to get out. We never saw much opposition because they didn't have to be or they didn't have to be opposing what was going on because it wasn't large enough. Now we finally see that with Parler finally gaining some traction, getting larger, actually flooded with the amount of people that are joining the servers and still doing fine with it, and actually hosted on servers by a major corporation. Now all of a sudden we see the news headlines. This app is promoting violence. This app should not be allowed. And now we see what is really going on behind the veil, that no matter what you do, no matter what platform you make, if it starts gaining traction, if it starts getting larger than YouTube and all these super tech giants, they will shut it down. That's the thing. That's the thing that I don't think anybody, it's all a game. They make you think that it's free and open and that you can make whatever you want to make, but it's actually not free and open. And it's actually the moment that you start growing, that's it. It doesn't line up with your narrative and you're done. And I think that's what we're seeing right now. There's going to be another Parler. There's going to be something else that opens up and they'll keep deleting that. And there should be another one that opens up and they'll delete that. And there should be another one and they'll delete that. You have to keep going. The question is, how can we find a different route, that will somehow allow us the ability to grow and everything like that? I don't know. It will be sad if they decide to shut all that down. Yeah, it will be. What are your views on the number of National Guard in D.C.? I think it's unfortunate. I think it's unfortunate that the House of the People, that's supposed to be run by the people and is paid for by the people, and the salaries of the individuals that work in that house are paid by the people. I think it's very unfortunate that now they need military protection from apparently the people. And now that sets the individuals in that building apart from the people. Now they are held up on this high pedestal that they're different from the people, and were never supposed to be, according to our original documents and founding documents of this country. They were never supposed to be different from the people. The government was supposed to be run, our republic was supposed to be run by like-minded individuals that went in from their farms and went into the courtrooms that day and then left. Okay, that was what this country was created on and designed around. Again, pick up a book, read it, understand what this country was. And that is not the same anymore. Now, we have military, we have standing military protecting politicians. And I'm sorry, okay, but that is what the National Guard is doing at this point in time in Washington, D.C. They're not protecting the people. And a lot of them might be trying to reason with themselves that they're protecting the way of our government, which inadvertently is protecting the people. And if you want to make that argument, I get it. But at the end of the day, those individuals, those National Guardsmen right now are protecting the politicians. And that's it. And I think there's a lot of interesting things going on. And that's the only comment that I'll make. as far as what I think on the amount of National Guardsmen in DC right now. I think it's horrifying. I think it's absolutely horrifying that something is that wrong with our political process that you need military intervention to protect the process that's going on. I'm sorry, but I did not know that this was some massive authoritarian regime, which is obviously what's going on. If a republic, if a process within a republic is designed as such, and it is a government of the people, and you have a proper voting system that is legitimate and that everybody views it as legitimate, then why would you need force to make sure that that process is upheld? I don't know. I have no idea. But not great. GatCat Parler was a small, open, free speech platform, kind of like Twitter. It was doing good for a while, just got shut down by big tech, and, you know, it is what it is. Brandon, I agree, buddy. I'm right there with you. Tony, I agree. Yeah, mainstream media will always manipulate it. They will always manipulate it. They have a monopoly over all information that our eyes see on a daily basis. I talk to people all the time that, you know, sit in their homes and the only thing that they do is watch mainstream media, and it is incredible seeing how just warped their view on reality, their view on outside worlds are. You know, it is insane. It is at this point like one massive psyop of making people think a certain way, and it always has been. But to this point, it's just insane. It is absolutely insane. To the point where if somebody comes on and says, I watch X, Y, or Z mainstream media outlet, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's conservative or, you know, more democratically minded. I don't care what it is, but I can tell you, okay, that if somebody comes to me and is like, hey, I get all my news and information from some type of media outlet on cable news, I immediately can tell from them, like, oh, okay, you're a completely and massively brainwashed individual that has no idea what is going on in the world, and you never go into things and look at them for yourself. I don't want to make that assumption entirely, because maybe there's some people that still go in and do research, but a lot of people leave it up to the anchors on the news show to tell them what actually happened, but they don't go and look up documents. They don't go and look up what the actual government is proposing. They don't read into what these laws actually are. They leave it up to this idiot newscaster to tell them what something is or is not. Okay, they see a crime happen. They don't go in and look up the actual you know, crime report of what happened and the paperwork that was filed and everything like that. They just assume. Okay, they just assume. And that is the problem with today. Mark, thank you so much for that donation, man. I truly appreciate it. Sorry, guys. Reading up on everybody's comments. That is exactly what has happened in the UK, Joe. Our government is by the few for the few. Yes. Yeah. 100%. 100%. We as the USA aren't allowed to deploy troops against our own peeps. Yes. Yes. I mean, you can't, but yet, and, you know, not for nothing, but, you know, and I get it. It's a really tough decision that I would never want to make. But as somebody in a line of public service, how do you sit with yourself saying, like, yeah, I'm going to go protect politicians right now. That's what I'm going to go do. I signed up. I swore an oath to the Constitution to protect politicians. You know, and I get it. That is not a decision that I would ever want to make, of saying, like, do I dissent from my unit entirely and say I'm not doing this and go to jail for a really long time, or do I go down there and stand in front of a fence and, you know, and protect the politicians? I understand that that's a decision that many people are, you know, that's a tough one to make, but I think this is getting very, very, very interesting. The National Guard has blocked off all bridges going into D.C. and are checking IDs of all vehicles coming in. Police state. I would agree. It is quite the eye-opener. Andrew, don't believe anything you hear and only half of what you see. 100%. Trust nothing, question everything. News has been replaced by news commentary, and people just accept it as fact. The Department of Truth, right? The Department of Truth. Read 1984, George Orwell. Read these books, understand, interpret things, try to bring them into what we live in today. And I guarantee you're going to learn something, and you're going to be light years away, my friends, from half of the standard, everyday, complacent, comfortable, and lazy Americans and lazy people all over the world that just want to trust what they see and just want to swipe one more time and just can't get off their phone because they're so addicted, and they just want to see one more headline on what lines up with their narrative. Okay? Read a book, open a book, learn history, and question everything. And that is the only way that you're going to be able to differentiate yourself from the herd of people going into the slaughterhouse nowadays. Trust me. Read a book, pick up a book, and understand history. I swore an oath to the Constitution, and I stand by it to my grave. Nate, thank you. Thank you for that, man. More people need to understand what that is. What do you think will happen with magazines? I heard one of those House bills comes after mags, so I guess you only get what the gun comes with. No, I mean, essentially, what's going on here, man, is they're going after a entire ban on any magazine, on any magazines that is above 10 rounds. Mind you, these people have not even been brought into office yet, and this is what's being talked about. But with that being said, no, you wouldn't be able to get just the magazines that come with the gun. But that's my point right now, is that these things are definitely on the chopping block for seeing massive amounts of panic buying in the future. So if you need magazines right now, now would be the time. Now would be the time to buy them, and to not panic buy them, but to buy enough for what you need and what you need to increase in your storage, is what I'm trying to tell you guys. They're available still right now, so now is the time to buy them. We're going to be talking about, like I said, we're going to be talking about this literally a month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever, 6 months from now, and we're going to be talking about when magazines were really available, and now they're not available, and they're ridiculously highly priced, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Mark my words, that's what will happen. The Bill of Rights should be our North Star. Yes, it should. Don't you see that the whole aim of Newspeak, I love this quote so much, Neil. Thank you for posting it. Don't you see that the whole aim of Newspeak is to narrow the range of thought, right? Narrow the range of thought. In the end, we shall make thought crime literally impossible, because there will be no words in which to express it. This, by Orwell, okay, a quote from 1984 about Newspeak, is ingenious. This dude was a prophet. Reason being is because he is taking you into this mind, okay? We're far past communism at this point. We're far past all of that when it comes to 1984. That goes far past communism. What you are seeing is a world, okay, where authoritarian government is worldwide. It goes even more past whatever we've seen in history, to the point where they dumb down a society so that they take their vocabulary away, so that they don't even have the mind to contemplate what is going on to them. They don't have the books. They don't have the history. They don't even have this. Orwell talks about them not even having the vocabulary and the grammar to piece together what is going on, essentially taking an entire society and making one massive ruling class and one massive proletariat that is too stupid to know any better. That they will just continue to have a massive world at war and a massive dumbed down population that will never know any better to do a goddamn thing about it. So pick up a book, like I said. Man, $40 for a 10-round mag for an AR-10, that is ridiculous. When are you going to bust out the tinfoil hat for the live streams? I have kept the tinfoil hat talk to a bare minimum on these live streams. All right, guys? I've tried to keep it as low-key tinfoil hat as I possibly could because I want to keep the normalcy of the YouTube channel and the craziness of the Discord server and the Instagram live streams separate. But if you guys do have tinfoil hat questions, you guys know I will answer them to the best of my ability. I am no genius when it comes to tinfoil hat stuff. All I'm telling you is to open your eyes, all right? Open your eyes. Amy, glad I bought my 30 and 40 round magazines a while back. It was definitely a good decision that you did. Guys, we are right at the 30-minute mark, and this is part 2 of the first live stream. If you didn't see the first live stream, honestly, I may, and I'm not going to delete it. I'll leave it up, whatever. I'll leave it up. But there's a bunch of technical difficulties in part 1 live stream of tonight. Sorry about that. It is what it is, but I will be ending this live stream now. If you want to see more of the live streams, head over to the Firearm Freedom Instagram account. We do twice a week live streams over there, daily posts, everything like that. Share this video around. As always, that support really helps me out. And we will continue this. Man, this live stream was all over the place tonight, but whatever. It is what it is. I'm going to do another live stream, as always, Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will do 2 more live streams on Instagram that you guys are not going to want to miss out on. So, guys, thank you so much for sticking with me tonight. I really appreciate it through all the YouTube tech problems, craziness, and I can't thank you guys enough. Check out the Operation Dream Build video that just dropped, and stay tuned for more videos to come this week. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay tuned for more great videos coming soon.